This
Like
conference will now be
mainly,
recorded.
actually, I wanted to know about the skill, current skill.
Yes, so I have almost like 4 years of experience in the investment banking domain, basically. So previously I worked at Cognizant. So it's been 1 month. I have relieved with Cognizant. Right now, I'm not doing any job basically. So thought of changing my domain into SAP CPI. So before that, before Cognizant, I used to work with Intercontinental Exchange as a financial analyst. So as in Cognizant, it is like senior financial analyst. And right now, I wanted to shift my domain into CPA. So that's the reason I'm looking into it. My background is like I have have graduated from the university in the year 2019. So I have completed my master's in finance there. So in short, it was I'm from down south actually, by there, Visakhapatnam. Um, so so in brief, this is about me.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. Thanks for sharing the information. Give a moment to me. I'm just sharing my screen. Just give me 1 minute.
Your voice is breaking.
Yeah, hope you can see my screen, right? Hello, Pritim. Hope you can see my screen, right?
I guess his mic is not working. Just a second, I'll simply confirm with by
Okay,
calling him.
okay, okay.
Sir, there's some internet issue. He is joining the session again. Just give him 5 minutes of time.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, no issue.
Hello. Hi, Ra.
Yeah, hi, Pritim. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
I can able to see your screen right now.
yeah. So now is it okay?
Yeah, I can able to see your screen. Yeah, you're audible as
Yeah,
well.
sure. So now let's start with like what is the integration and all. Okay. So this is whatever you are seeing it. It's a old integration. It's a kind of point-to-point integration, or point-to-point connection. If you see here, there are total 10 systems are there, and all systems are connected to each other. Okay, again, it looks like a spider web. Now, there are some certain cases are there where in such a scenario, suppose this system has a dependency over these four systems. Okay, or maybe I can say this system has a dependency of these three. That means data is transmitted to here, then it is going to this one, and then it is going to this one. Right. Now what happens? Sometimes there is a failure occurred. At the end of the day, this system is saying that I have not received the data. Again, this will talk to this one. This will say, no, 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 I don't have any issue. Maybe this one will talk to this one. And the last one will be this talk to this system, right? It's a time consuming and all. Another thing is that if you see here, this type of like scenario, and sometimes you need to change the format. Format means sometimes you have to change the data. I mean like format like a structure or and all. Suppose it may be like a JSON is there, you need to convert to the XML. Might be this is the system, right? And this is the XML. This system is keeping the this system's output is XML, and this system output is JSON. Okay. Now in that case, what will happen? Either this system has to convert either this system has to write the code, or this system may has to write the code so that it can accept it. In that case, it need a resource. Either this system need a resource or this system need a resource is required for the development purpose. Now, once it is done, there are certain cases, let's suppose XML data itself there, okay, and in XML data also, sometimes what is the problem is that you have a different structure. There, suppose this system is saying, no, no, I have like name one, name two is there, but this system is saying, no, no, I have only first name, last name. Then how it will be communicated? In such a case also, it's a difficult for point-to-point integration and all. Okay, now there is a one more thing. If you see these many connections and all, obviously you need more resources and all to check the connectivity part and all. Maybe infrastructure team or maybe the basis team and all, more number of it is required. Now I am saying that all systems should connect to this one. No individual connection, all systems should connect to this one. What will happen? You have reduced from 90 to 10 connections. Earlier there was 90 point-to-point connection, now it is reduced to 10 only. Okay.
Okay.
Then in that case, you have saved the money also, right? Because number of resources are more less, right, in this case. So in that case, you have saved the resources also. Save the resources, save the money, many things you have, right? Second thing is that when this system has a different format, this system has a different format. So either of this system should have a one developer to change it. But this system is saying that no, no, don't do anything. I am here. I am here to help you. You guys should not do anything. Whatever the format you have, you keep it. I will convert it and I will send it to the receiving system and all. Again, you have saved the money. Okay, resources will be, suppose in organization our 10 different systems are there, and for every system they are expecting like one resources and all. You have drastically changed it, the resources, number of resources, right? Here also developer less number of developers required. No, When this system is saying that I have not received the data, this will directly connect with this one. And this particular system will check this one, and this one all, that whether there is some issue is there or not. So you have saved the time also. This is nothing. This is your middleware. And your CPI is one of the middleware. Initial days, we were calling this CPI as a HCI, that was a HANA Cloud Integration. Later, then later it was rebranded to CPI, that called the Cloud Platform Integration. And nowadays we are calling it as a CI, that is our Cloud Integration Tool. CI is your Cloud Integration Tool. In another way, you
Perfect.
can say it's a BTP. Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry.
No, no, no,
You're saying,
understood.
okay.
No, no, just showing.
Yeah. In another way, you can say that it's a business technology platform cloud integration tool. Now you will ask me, what is this BTP? BTP is nothing, it's a business technology platform. It's a kind of unified umbrella where you can see cloud application, cloud tools, and today or tomorrow, all cloud tools will be part of your BTP. So BTP is a single entry point to connect with the multiple cloud tools, and your CPI is one of the tools. There are many middleware are there, like SAP PIPO is there. Then you have a TIPCO is there. IBM integration tool is there. Azure integration services are there. You have a MuleSoft is there. You have Delbumi is also there. Now, why we'll go for the SAP? The reason is that if you are looking for SAP related integration, then in that case we are going for the SAP CPI. Though it can integrate or it can connect any system, whether it's on-premise, whether it's a cloud application, whether it's a mobile application or a social networks like Facebook, Twitter, whatever, we can connect it. Also, when you go for the project and all, you will always see source as a left side and target as a right side in the documentation part. And middle one, it will be always as a middleware. So source, you can see that here it's a XML and target is your JSON, right? When source is XML and target is JSON and you have a CPI. So CPI can convert within 2 to 3 minutes or maximum 5 minutes from this format to JSON format, from XML format to JSON. No need to write a code. There is a function and it's a drop down things are there. You have to drag it, use it, and you are done. No code, nothing. Now, what is this on-premise? What is this cloud? If you are suppose, what is this on-premise? In a nutshell, if I say or layman terminology, this on-premise is nothing. It's a kind of, I can say, if you want to work on some applications and you are going to office, you are connecting to some cable, right? Or maybe through VPN and all, you are trying to connect with some some applications, right? So those things you can consider it as a on-premise. And now, before going to cloud, let's understand something called a power consumption. The whatever the electricity we are getting it, right? So basically, we need to check like what is this power consumption, how these power consumptions are happening in the like normal electricity department and all. So it's a nothing like it's a like how much you are consuming the electricity, that much you have to pay the bill. That means suppose it's a 10 rupees unit and you consume around 100 units. So you have to pay around 1000 rupees. Correct? In another
Yeah.
way, I can say that it's a pay per use concept. How much you are consuming, that much you have to pay. The same concept is there with your cloud. Storage is very, very important and expensive in the cloud side. How much you are consuming, that's for that much you have to pay it. Okay. Now, now let's talk about like more about this on-premises versus cloud, you know. So you can see we will go with one small example like with pizza and all. Suppose you want to eat the pizza. What happen? What you will do? There are three, four options you have. One is like you are going to prepare everything by yourself, okay, from the scratch, and you are cooking it and you are eating it at your home, right? So you have full control over this one. Then it's a on-premise. Now, second option is that like your basic things are ready. It is already ready-made things are there. You are using it and then you are cooking it. That means pizza based, ketchups and all already there. You are just using oven and all to cook it and then sitting on dining table to eat it. It's a kind of infrastructure as a service. And what your vendor is managing, a kind of infrastructure they have managed it. Platform as a service. So what is happening here? Most of the things are managed by your vendor. Like it's like electricity, gas, cooking, and all. Everything is recorded. They will you for what you need to do that. You have to just eat it, right? You have to just get it, sit on the table, and eat it. Only that much control you have. So such type of scenarios we are calling it as a PaaS, platform as a service. And the last one is software as a service. Here you don't have any control. Now whatever it is that it is ready-made things are there. You have to eat it. You are going outside. You have ordered it and you have to eat it. It's not like that in one restaurant. I mean, like in Pizza Hut, you can eat the Domino's pizza and all. No, the same concept it is here. Then for software as a service, as I said, you don't have any control. It is already existing things. So software as an example is your success factor and Ariba. In both cases, you can't do any changes and all. Whatever it is there, you have to use it. Then platform as a service is there. So it's like you can do the design development things and all here. Okay. And you can go for the design development things and all. So your CPI is one of the example, and infrastructure, as the name says, is related to database. Example is your Google Drive and all. Now, if you see this screen, you will see that first and just compare the first and last. So first one is like everything is managed by you, on-premise team, customer only, and SAP is when one side SAP is managing everything. When SAP is managing everything, it's nothing. It's your SAP CPI or SAP BTP. It's nothing. It's a SAP BTP CPI. Okay. Now, if you go for this BTP, why this is so important, so much popular? The reason is actually Cloud Foundry. With the help of Cloud Foundry, what is happening? You can host applications on your own server. That means on your choice server. Okay, like if suppose you want the CPI should be host on AWS, yeah, you can go for. If you want, if in China, you want the CPI should hold on Alibaba cloud, that is okay, completely fine, no issue. Okay, so that is the reason your Cloud Foundry is nowadays very, very popular. And because of that, your BTP is popular. Now let's talk about what are the advantage of having the SAP CPI. So there is no maintenance. No maintenance means maintenance is happening, but it's a back-end side. Like Amazon Go, Book My Show Go, right? You don't see any day it is down and all. They have a maintenance activity there, but it is not like that the system will be down. So your system will always be up and maintenance activity will also happen, but it will be done by your SAP team and it is happening in the backend. Software updates, yes, new software updates are coming on timely manners. Tenant isolation, this is the important one. This is related to your Cloud Foundry. So in the same BTP account, you can have a three tenant, three different servers, development, quality, and production, all three. No need to have a three different account. No, you have only one account, and with the one account, you can have a three different tenant, three different server, development, quality, and production. Again, it is very easy to migrate from SAP PI to CPI. So that is again you can see lots of project coming. Now let's talk about little bit like okay, you can ignore it. Okay, this one is not required now. Okay, so I am winding up the session now. Okay, winding up this demo and all. Now, if you have any query and all, so you can ask me.
Sure, all got it. So, the thing is like, how many days is in covered basically? What's the time period?
Say again. Sorry, Pritham, I'm not getting. Say again. Could you
What's the
please speak
duration of
little
this
loud?
actually? Duration of this actually?
Yeah, duration of this training is around 20 to 25 hours. So we are
Uh,
extending it also based on the participant requirement. Suppose you
okay.
are doing lots of work, right? Suppose you are doing practice, right? So obviously the day will increase. You will
And
ask lots of questions, right?
what about the
Yeah.
adapters you're covering? Adapters and palette options. What are the palette options and adapters you're covering? And do you cover
Yeah.
the integration and success factors as well?
No, no, integration with success factor, and I can tell you like how it can be, how you can integrate it, but why it is not possible and all, because success factor server is very costly, around 60K and all it is required. So nobody is going to pay it, right? So that is the problem.
So, and what about the adapters and palette options? What kind of adapters you cover and what kind of palette options you cover? And what about the IPOs?
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah,
do
yeah,
we do,
sure.
do we do, do we, yeah, what about IPOs? Basically, what kind of IPOs we do regularly and what actually, just let me know if at all, for an example, let's say that for the day one we'll be covering like CPI to Gmail, or else for an example, day two, it's like HTTP adapter to Gmail,
So it is
or else
not
any
like that.
IDOC.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure, brother. So
Uh,
if you want to go while a day like day wise and all, we can go, right? But I will suggest
mm,
you don't go with this one, this type of things and all. It is good for the corporate, not with the individual one, because
okay.
individual has a different kind of thing. There is, I mean, thing is that in that case, I both should be stuck with this one, right? Okay, in day one you
Mm,
have to cover this one, day two you have to cover this one. Okay,
mm,
in the corporate and all, we have a specific timeline, like in 10 days or 5 days or like whatever the time, right? We have to cover it.
mm,
So that is the reason we are
mm,
sharing it day wise and all. But individual, as a like this one, as a course content, we are going it. And another reason is that why we are not going with the like course like day wise and all. I mean, like sometimes it depends on the participant. They don't understand, right? They are not much clear. So in that case, we are changing the topics and all. That means again, I'm saying that like maybe I mean you don't understand this one, right? Some of the topic like a success factor, right? And so in that case, maybe I will go with the start with the HTTP because HTTP is the easiest one. If I go for the corporate, I will directly go with the success factor things because I don't know whether they understood or not. I don't care. There are multiple like 20, 30 members are there, so it is very easy for me like to skip and all. Okay, to tell. So here is the course content and all. You can see like we are going to go for the package and all standard iFlows, custom iFlows, standard package, custom packages and all. First will be like
What about the
your
movie
hello
script?
world
What
first.
about the movie script? Do you just let me know about the movie script? Do you understand me about any classes on movie script or else
Yeah, Groovy Script
just
I can give
completely?
you, but see, frankly speaking, Groovy Script we are not teaching it. Okay, but Groovy Script I can give you idea how to write a Groovy Script and all. Okay, some of the common Groovy scripts which are available, those things we will share with you, and also we'll tell a
Mm-hmm.
little bit like idea how to write it and all.
Okay.
So you can see that these are like content are there. Those things we are going to cover.
Got it. Message mapping, value mapping. We got it. I have
Yeah, value mapping
few
is not
knowledge
added
on this,
yet, but
but
yeah,
not
I will
completely.
cover
I
it.
think
Sorry.
value mapping is not there. That's what I have few knowledge on this, not completely. I have a basic knowledge.
So you have idea about the SAP PIPU or SAP CPI? Hello, Pritham. Hello.
More to bench. I could not able to
Yeah,
grasp
Pritham, your
everything.
voice is breaking. Yeah, your
So
voice is breaking.
yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah,
Am I
now
audible?
it's yeah.
Sure. The thing is that I've got few knowledge on this, not completely. So I have basic knowledge. I in a previous company, there was a training going on to CPI, but later on we moved to bench, so I did not take completely. So then I thought it was quite interesting, so that's the reason I thought of going into it. But the thing is, like, it was more deep into it. Basically, I used to the IPOs which we covered actually. It was like daily we used to cover a scenario, take a scenario, taking a. I told you right. We used to take one scenario. We used to as you said earlier, taking XML file and converting it to JSON by using, for example, using content modifier and then adding. We used to add a. Sorry, we used to add filters as well, and we used to do routing in the middle. So these kind of activities we used to create a flow, and then we used to do trace enable, and then see how it works.
Correct.
And we used
So
to,
these
yeah,
things
we
are
used to
there.
create.
These things are, yeah. So these things are already there with the course content.
Got it.
Yeah, it is already
Yeah,
there in the course content and all. Like the whole monitoring things are there. Data store is
yeah,
there. JMS is there. Process direct is there. Local
yeah,
integration process call, multicast, router is there.
yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
then uh, what else? Filter will be also there. Then uh,
Yes,
there are many are there. Okay, private functions and all. Those things we will cover it
sure, sure. Yeah, I'll I'll speak to them then. I'll just
because these are the like basic
I'll,
things and all. I have to cover like content modifier. The content modifier it will take minimum two session and all for content modifier. Okay, value mapping
yeah,
and all.
got
I
it.
mean, it will take minimum 1 2 session for mapping and all. Data store one session and all. It will be like that because these are like
Yeah, got
important
it.
topic and one concept should be clear about these topics. So that is the reason.
Yes, 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 exactly. So I'll speak to them. So that's the reason I was like, I also had a couple of demos with other people as well, other institutes as well. So that's the reason.
Mhm.
So I'll speak to Neelima. So I'll talk to her. If
Yeah,
at all,
sure, no issue.
I'll convey and everything. I'll just work. So that I'll
Yeah.
see the timing, then I'll match with your timing process. Then I'll come. As fee part as well, discuss with Neelima. If at all everything works, I'll let you
Okay. Okay, no issue. No issue. Yeah.
know. Thank you. Thank you so much, Paul.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thanks,
your
Pritam.
time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.